Everything that I say in this video falls under the Fair Use Act and is used for comments, criticism, news report, and research. And those purposes, and also everything is the. Okay, everybody, let's get into it. So today, the court filed a defendant's ex parte motion to provide funds for expert assistance. So basically, Patrick Clark is asking the court to assist him with the private investigator. It says that the defendant is charged with felony offense of murder. The defendant is indigent. Although counsel has been retained to represent the defendant, his family has exhausted all finances to pay for his attorney, who has agreed to substantially reduce rate. He cannot afford to hire private investigators to assist in the preparation of his defense. So basically, and I'm sorry that I stumbled over that. So it also goes in to say the services of a private investigator are necessary to enable the defendant to properly investigate his case and to prepare effectively for trial, present evidence on his own behalf, and to cross-examine the state witness. An adequate and thorough investigation into all of the facts and circumstances related to the defendant's case can be achieved only through the use of qualified and competent private investigators. Counsel has conferred with Jim Willis of Willis and Associates, professional investigative service license number, who has agreed to assist counsel at a reduced rate of $85 an hour. If the defendant is not provided with such assistance, he will be deprived of his due process, due course, and equal protection of laws, the effective assistance of counsel, his right to confront witness against him, his right to a fair and impartial trial, his right to present evidence on his own behalf, and his right to explain or deny evidence presented against him in the punishment phase in violation of 5th, 6th, 8th, and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution and Article 1, Section 10, 13, and 19 of the Texas Constitution. Some case law regarding the Supreme Court, and then it is signed by the attorney that is actually representing him. So let's go into the next document. So the next document is the order of the defendant's ex parte motion to provide funds for the expert assistance, and that's the state of Texas in the 232 Criminal District Court of Harris County. It says came on to be considered the defendant's ex parte motion to provide funds for expert assistance. In this case, upon consideration of the motion and agreement of counsel, it is hereby granted. The court hereby authorizes defense counsel to secure private investigative services for the defendant in order to assist the defendant counsel and represent the defendant in this case. The court hereby authorizes the payment of reasonable investigative fees and expenses upon submission of the statement of the fees and expenses incurred not to exceed $5,000 pending further order of this court. It is further ordered that the Harris County Sheriff Office allow access to the above named defendant Patrick Xavier Clark, and that the Harris County Sheriff Office allow the private investigator's name herein to enter Harris County Jail with the laptop, computer, printer, and audio recording device when visiting the defendant. So let's talk about it. In this picture, initially, the arrow is pointing at Migo Band, because you got to remember, and again, I believe, in my opinion, that the videos have been edited, that have been sent to TMZ and different media outlets. Nevertheless, the red arrow is pointing at Migo Bands. However, if you look right behind the red arrow, you see DJ Pat. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that he's a really good person, what have you, and I believe that, because I do believe that things can happen in a split second. People make bad decisions, and a temporary decision can have a lifetime consequences. So, as far as that's concerned, right now, his character is not necessarily on trial. I think they're going based off of what they're allegedly saying is evidence with their video that they have, as well as them coming out and saying they have fingerprints, etc., on DJ Pat. The question that I have is, who was he shooting at? Because if the direction was in Takeoff, we know that people in Takeoff direction had weapons. So it's interesting when you read the court documents posted today that it really does look like he's posing another self-defense case, and it's not necessarily far-fetched because in the video you see that Lil Cam had a weapon and Lil Cam was standing right next to Takeoff, but I'm not going to get into that. I do want to also get into, because I had some receipts the other day about the court document saying who DJ Pat was ordered to stay away from. And if you look at, and we're just reviewing some of the pictures and videos that came out initially. So if you look in this picture that's out there on the internet for everybody to see, right in front of Takeoff in that first picture is Shakur Stevenson. So that makes perfect sense on why Shakur Stevenson is named as an allegedly in the court documents of DJ Pat not being able to have contact with him. And people would naturally allege or presume that Shakur Stevenson is going to be a witness or provide some information in helping close this case in regards to Takeoff. And that's what initially what it should be about. I know it's interesting to a lot of people because of who's connected to the cases, but ultimately, the families want justice for their relatives, because even though they're superstars to us, they're just everyday people that they love to them. So those are just some interesting things to think about. This your girl Jay from DCSC Talks, and I will keep you posted on any new information that drops in regards to Takeoff or any other story. Please like and subscribe to all my platforms, DCSC Talks.